The market finish off today?
Hi, Chris. The market actually ended up close to like 1%. You had the number of gainers actually increased dramatically to about 58. The number of losers 23, 28. Thereabout. Market ended up about 27,000 points. Plus a little bit units there. So we see the positive trend that started yesterday actually continuing into the market today, Chris.
Now, moving on to currencies, which I know is your forte, there was a big auction by the central bank today of about $450 million worth of currency. How is this likely to weaken the currency, you think?
Hi, Chris. On the auction today, I mean, we saw that huge amount coming from the CBN window because this is the only auction that was being done for this week. Monday was a bank holiday here in Nigeria, so there was no central bank activity. Auction came at 450. Demand actually exceeded auction by close to 150%. So you saw market actually spiraling. The Naira lost some ground, close to 20 kobo from the last CBN auction, and going to the rest of this week, we expect to see the dollar on the bid side, and Naira might actually lose some further ground before the CBN come into the market again by next week. Barring any other influence into the market, we think Naira is going to continue losing some ground for the remainder of this week, Chris.
There are a lot of dealers in Lagos, I think, who would agree with you on that one. Now, moving a bit wider here, the central bank governor has been quoted today as saying that he is going to keep interest low to try to spur on growth and get more lending and liquidity into the market. How's that being viewed in Lagos?
I think that has been largely expected. That has been his constant theme for a while now, going back from where he assumed office about a year ago. It's been his constant theme. He has always focused on interest rates, focused on growth, which is one of his main areas of concern, focus on stability of the exchange rate, and that thing he has never deviated from it. I think one thing that will give a strong backing to what his plans has been is actually the final passage of the AMC bill by the Senate. That has finally confirmed that all what he has in works for the time being or for the period under review is actually seeing much light of the day. The AMC will actually drive more credit into the market as expected by the time banks are able to free up their balance sheet, soaking up the bad loans, and posting out good results for their shareholders. It's actually supposed to spur some credit activity into the market. We expect to see like he also said, he will want to see the interest rate continue low for a while watching the market fundamentals. I don't think anything has changed. I don't think any new factors are coming to the market to begin any tightening cycle. I think it's actually, like you said, more room to accommodate more rate cuts, which it might not happen soon, but in the bid to support the economy, I think if it has to be done, we know that largely it can be done without much issues.
Now, just to quote your central bank governor, he was asked if he thought inflation was a concern in Nigeria, and he said, no, not at all, especially when you consider the fact that this time last year it was at 15 or 16%. Now, would many people in Lagos agree with him that inflation is not a concern?
Well, I mean, I think he actually, or rather the central bank and the Monetary Policy Committee, they actually noted inflationary pressures that exist. But in the context of his speech, he actually highlighted the power sector and as a major factor, contributing factor to lowering inflation. I mean, people would want to watch to see how that sector develops and how the government activities, government plans towards that sectors actually come to light. That is a major driver. Good thing, like you said, inflation has actually dropped for the last report I was saying. If it continues this way, we expect that it actually might go lower. Whether or no if the CBN single-digit target is achievable right now, but all points out are towards that direction, and we tend to work with that also, Chris.
And just finally, Nwabueze, just very briefly, your outlook for the Naira looking ahead?
My idea of the Naira, short term, I would always say Naira will lose some ground. Long term, I would always say it's a positive news on the currency. AMC has come on board. Just bearing any external investors' aversion that would have come out from the Greece saga. Outside of that, I would say the Naira is on a positive trend in the long term, Chris.